pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hey, well, I'm gonna do a Friday reads in form of a vlog today because I don't have a lot to say since I didn't start, finish, or bail on any books this week. So I'm just gonna take you out while I go on a Biblio-adventure, as they say on the Book Cougars, one of my favorite bookish podcasts. Chris of the Book Cougars is coming to BookTube, and she and I are doing a buddy read next month, which I'm so stoked about. Anyway, so yeah, I've been reading so much this week, and it's been fantastic. But by Sunday, I think I'll have finished the Charlotte Young, and maybe even the Urdu novel. Okay, here is one of the things I hate the most about Tokyo. See how narrow that passageway is? And 9 times out of 10, when I'm walking and there's a bike coming like that from the opposite direction and they meet me, they go that speed and they almost hit me. In fact, I have been hit. Not seriously injured, but that's just luck. So it drives me crazy, the overpass, and it's narrow sidewalk, and the bicyclists, they don't care. Anyway, what was I saying? So it's the Urdu novel, and I am going to be starting 2 books this weekend, maybe Sunday. One is the George Eliot, The Lifted Veil, which also has that other essay about silly lady novelists. This is going to be a 2-weekend-long buddy read with Curtis of Curtis Books and Films. Looking forward to starting that. And Dodo, E.F. Benson's debut novel. I just posted my review of the biography of E.F. Benson, and Leah and I will be buddy reading Dodo starting on Sunday. So yeah, those are my last 2 for Victober. I'm actually kind of hoping to finish most of my Victober reading up by next weekend, because I have other reading projects I want to get to by the end of this month, and I'll tell you about those a little later. Okay, I better do a sound check on this. Okay, well, the sound seems not bad, and I just found this little park with 2 benches. That's mighty generous for Japan, just off the main street, so you can probably hear a lot of traffic noise. It's kind of pretty. And I'm taking you to Koenji Station, which is about an hour's walk from where I live. I haven't walked it for a long time, but I got my health back, and I lost all that weight when I was sick, and now that my appetite's back, that isn't gonna stay off very long, and it's fall, so I have no excuse not to walk. And here is a present for Doris. Gonna walk. I'm not gonna talk too long right now, just to tell you what I'm up to. I'm gonna walk to Koenji. There is a reading cafe there that I have never been to. It's very famous because no talking is allowed. You even have to whisper when you place your order. It's a reading cafe. And it doesn't open till 1:30. It's now about 11:30, but it's going to take me about an hour to walk. This is just gorgeous. Please discuss. Oh my. Okay, I made it to Koenji Station, and since I last showed you a park bench 50 minutes ago, I haven't seen another goddamn one. My back is killing me. So I'm gonna go to the used bookstore. I guess I can probably do that before I sit down. It'll be a reason not to spend so much time there. So I can't remember how much I said before, but one of them is a philosophy bookstore. And all of its philosophy books inside the shop are in Japanese language, but they do have shelves outside the shop of foreign language books, and they are not usually philosophy books. There's some novels and this and that and the other thing. And sometimes they have so much, and they're all like $1 or $2 or something. And sometimes I find so much good shit there, and other times I have absolutely nothing. That particular day everything's in French or whatever. So I've stopped making a special trip to come here because sometimes there's nothing. But there's another one that has a few English books outside their shop that's opened up kind of across the street. So now there's two. But I've never ever found anything at that other shop, even though they have some English titles. This is a really cool little shopping thing. I'll show you in more detail when I'm done book shopping, but I gotta sit down. Pretty cool, eh? It's under the train tracks. All these bars and restaurants are closed. Okay, so there's the one, the philosophy bookstore. So let's see what they got. Okay, I haven't looked yet, but oh, that's quite a find. I don't want it. Hated that book, but I'm surprised it's here. So they have some English books, so I'm going to browse. Well, I did not bad. I originally picked out about 6, but I wheedled it down to 3. So I'll show them to you when I sit down. I did feeling pretty happy with that. $3 a book. Can I find a fucking bench? There's a bench. Am I allowed to sit here? Why not? So why don't I show you my books? This one fits in with Victober. It's by John Sutherland, and it's Can Jane Eyre Be Happy? More puzzles and classic fiction. I've never heard of him. Never heard of. This is apparently one of a series, posing 32 further literary puzzles. For example, why does Robinson Crusoe only find one footprint? Where does Fanny Hill keep her contraceptives? How does Clarissa Dalloway get home so quickly? So, it could be interesting. I have no idea. Anybody know anything about these series of books by John Sutherland? The first one was, Is Heathcliff a Murderer? And this is a John Buchan. I don't know how to pronounce his name. John Buchan. Buchanan. Hunting Tower. I'm assuming it's Victorian. Wasn't he Victorian? Oh, he's Scottish. Maybe not Victorian. Born in 1875. He was a Governor General of Canada. Died in Montreal in 1940. I didn't know any of this. Alright, so it was published in 1922. Set in Scotland. A man who's a newly retired grocer, I assume he's Scottish, his name is Dixon McCunn, is taking a holiday, a walking tour of the hills of southwest Scotland, where he meets an Englishman and gets involved in some plot that involves the kidnapping of a Russian princess. My, how many pages is this? About 200 pages. Mel, do you like Scottish stuff? Is this something you would be interested in buddy reading with me sometime? The last one is a Japanese novel that I'd never heard of. Snakes and Earrings by Hitomi Kanehara. And apparently it won the Japanese prize. It was published when she was 21. Translated by David James Karashima. Published in 2004. I think that would be the 2004, I think, in the Japanese. And it won the what's the name of that Japanese prize? Akutagawa prize. It won the Akutagawa prize. She was only 21. So it's 106 pages or something. So I think this is going to go into my novellas in November. TBR. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm gonna go find the bookstore. I don't know how much filming I'm gonna be able to do in the bookstore because from everything I've read online, they're very strict. Here I go.